It's never easy for a dog to share his territory, so what do you do when you bring one home to meet the family? Well, in this week's Parenting 101, we look at the best ways for your children and pets to coexist. Monique Anderson is a mother of 1 and dog owner of 4. When she brought her newborn baby Sahara home 5 years ago to a pack of canines, she knew she'd have to adjust.
I made sure that they knew what the crib was, what her toys were, what car seat was. A lot of dogs can, I've seen, get really afraid of the furniture and it's scary to them. So I just made sure they knew what it was and they were around it all the time.
SPCA care attendant and dog trainer Candice knows it's best to familiarize your pets with the surroundings of a baby before bringing home your little bundle of joy.
A dog is not used to the smell, the sounds, the motions of a newborn baby. One of the best things you can do is actually bring like the powders, the baby lotions, the toys, even the child swings, stuff like that. Bring it out and allow the dog to investigate it before the baby arrives, and at least it's socialized to that aspect of it.
Introducing a new pet to your small child or vice versa can be a smooth process as long as certain steps are done correctly.
Involve them in the daily activities, the feeding, the training, those kind of things. Have the child feed the dog, right? So the parent is there supervising, but the child scoops the food and the child waits for the dog to be put into a sit or a down by the parent. That allows the dog to associate reward and food with that child.
Instead of grabbing at the dog, I gave her toys to give to the dog. Because then she's like, oh, well, and then she'd give that to the dog.
Candice recommends teaching children proper handling of pets, including gentle petting or light scratching, and then rewarding the child for their good behavior. Monique used this philosophy with Sahara, but also practiced the method of trial by fire.
So how do you teach a child not to touch the hot stove? You show them that it's hot. So how do you teach a child that if they pull the dog's hair, it's gonna bite? You teach them what a bite feels like. Without the dog biting, pinching them and showing them.
Being a pet owner as a parent is not a simple task. The extra time devoted to proper meal schedules and daily walks for your dog could mean earlier mornings, later nights, and busier days. But having a four-legged friend in the family could also benefit your child's development.
We find that children that are raised with animals are, for one, much more compassionate. They have a better sense of how to associate with people out and about in the world. They're very curious, they're very outgoing, they're very willing to be social.
But timing is everything. The SPCA recommends waiting until your child is a minimum 4 to 5 years old before adding a pet to the family. While it may seem like a good idea to raise your baby along with a new puppy, statistics show otherwise.
92% of those puppies are returned by the time they're 6 months old, because the poor mom who is run ragged on her feet chasing the child and changing diapers and dealing with baby daily needs cannot sustain the puppy as well. It is just too much.
You know, if you're not relaxed in yourself, in your own environment and within yourself, to know that these things need to be done, and you wake up and you're freaking and you're, you know, you can't handle it, well, the dog's gonna get stressed out, the kid's gonna get stressed out, everybody's gonna get stressed out. So if you're not prepared to commit to what you have, don't do it.
It takes similar skills to be a good parent and pet owner: time management, discipline, care, and patience. But when you have all those basic know-hows under your belt, you're not far from being a great pack leader. For Go Peace Country's Parenting 101, I'm Kyla Corpuz.